There is a specific kind of cold that does not just chill your skin, but settles deep into your bones until you forget what warmth feels like. For 20 years, I believed the worst night of my life was behind me when my own flesh and blood discarded me like garbage on a rainy sidewalk. I was wrong because the real nightmare started when those same people returned to steal the empire I built from nothing. They did not come to beg for forgiveness or clear their heavy consciences, but arrived with legal papers demanding a fortune they never earned. My name is Vanessa Vance, and long before I became a successful entrepreneur, I was just a terrified teenager watching her world shatter into pieces. The memory of my childhood home fading in the rearview mirror still haunts me because my parents chose status over their own daughter. When I gathered the courage to tell them about the positive pregnancy test, my father did not yell or scream at all. He simply looked up from his financial papers with absolute disgust and told me that I ruined their perfect reputation. My mother did not offer a comforting hug or even look me in the eye as she calmly set down her glass and agreed I was a disappointment. Within minutes, my father packed a single suitcase, threw it onto the front porch, and locked the door behind me without a second thought. I stood on the wet pavement in the pouring rain, realizing my boyfriend Julian would not answer his phone either, because his wealthy family quickly paid a lawyer to threaten me into total silence. Sleeping under a concrete bridge while holding your stomach and whispering promises to an unborn child changes a person fundamentally. Hunger became a constant, painful ache during those first desperate weeks as I scavenged for scraps behind local bakeries and tried to stay invisible to predators. The sweet, innocent girl who always wanted to please her family died on those frozen streets, and a fierce, protective warrior was born in her place. I promised myself that one day they would regret throwing me away like trash. Everything changed on a freezing Tuesday morning when an elegant older woman named Beatrice found me shivering near the riverbank and handed me a hot beverage. She did not look at me with pity or judgment because she had survived her own heavy battles long ago. Beatrice brought me to her beautiful country farmhouse, gave me a clean bed, and offered me an entry-level position at her successful restaurant group. She taught me that tears would never fix my problems, but building a massive financial fire would. Under her brilliant guidance, I learned the complex machinery of corporate business while saving every dollar and learning how to read the hidden greed in people. Tragedy struck hard during my 8th month when the physical toll of homelessness caught up to my body, and I lost my sweet baby girl in a quiet hospital room. The grief nearly consumed me completely until Beatrice helped me channel that immense pain into purpose by introducing me to my adopted son Tyson a few months later. Over the next decade, I revolutionized Beatrice's business by implementing advanced digital ordering systems and expanding our corporate footprint across the entire region. Tyson grew into an absolute technological genius, winning major awards and catching the attention of the local media as a rising star. That public spotlight turned out to be a dangerous trap because my biological parents noticed his success and immediately smelled an opportunity to enrich themselves. They sent a deceptive letter claiming they wanted to be grandparents, but their digital trail revealed a dark plot to sue me for custody and corporate shares. My brilliant attorney Arthur and our tech expert Chloe helped me construct a beautiful trap by pretending I was vulnerable and ready to reconcile. They even recruited my ex-boyfriend Julian to act as an informant, thinking they could easily manipulate my emotions for a massive payout. I leaked a fake financial document indicating that all of Tyson's future assets required my personal signature, which caused their greedy legal team to rush into an immediate courtroom mediation. The trap was set, and I was finally holding the handle of the door. The crowded courtroom was filled with reporters, my parents invited to witness my public humiliation. But the media narrative flipped the second Arthur presented our evidence. The large projector screen displayed every encrypted text message between my father and Julian, proving their entire lawsuit was a calculated extortion plot. My parents' faces drained of all color as the judge listening to the damning audio recordings realized they were using an innocent child for financial leverage. The case was dismissed with extreme prejudice, leaving them exposed and completely ruined. Walking out of that courthouse into the warm afternoon sun felt like taking my very first breath of real freedom after a lifetime of suffocating darkness. My phone chimed with a sweet text message from Tyson, asking if we could celebrate our victory with dinner at our favorite restaurant. The people who tried to erase my existence learned that you cannot break someone who rebuilt themselves from the ashes. Pain taught me how to become powerful, and sometimes the quietest survival creates the loudest victory of all.